welcome back everyone to another episode of Mumbles. Today, we're doing another game review. That's right everyone, we're doing a game review today. And we're not just reviewing any old game. I know I say this a lot, but I like to be selective on my games. Today, we're reviewing X-Morph Defense. This is a game I saw that was coming out, and I was really excited about it. And I'm just happy that I get the chance to review it because it's a very unique game. Now, X-Morph 2 is basically a top-down shooter that is also a tower builder. So by tower builder, I mean it's a defensive, you place your things all over the place, and you do different strategies based on it. Now, basically the premise of this game is you are in an invading alien force who is basically taking over the world. And you're trying to stop the humans, the puny humans, from destroying you. That's basically all there is to it. Very simplistic, but very fun. So let's talk about the meat and the bones now. This game has great graphics. The details that they put into the cities are very nice. The landscape at times can get a little repetitive, but really they put a lot of details into the graphics. So A++ on that front. Now the soundtrack in this game, there's not really much of a soundtrack. There's some, nice little sounds and some battle music and all that stuff, but there's not a lot to it. So not any detractors, but not really anything to go for it either. Now the controls in this game, we're reviewing this on the PlayStation 4, so one criticism I will have is that at times the controls can be a little hard to move around. If you want to be precise with your control, at times it can be a little hard when you spin the ship because that's how you place units. So when you're spinning the ship with the stick, at times it can be a little bit hard, but that's just something you're going to have to deal with on the control. On the PC, I'm sure it's fine. But on the controller, The meat and the bones of this game, the gameplay. As I said, you fly around basically an alien ship, and it has 4 different modes that you can use to help attack the oncoming human, well not invaders, but defenders. So, as you're playing through the story of this game, you can upgrade it, you can choose different things, and there's 4 different modes as I said, and you use them all to basically defeat the humans. Now, as you're doing this, you can also plant turrets and artillery and different things to help defend it. But the basic premise of this game is you want to make the humans go as far out of their way as possible. You cannot block off all the paths in this game though. That is one thing that I was a little disappointed on. I wanted to be able to block off all the paths because, I wanted to see the humans be able to break through things. And they didn't do that. You have, basically, the idea is you make the path for the humans to get to your base as long and as drawn out as possible so that you have more opportunities to shoot them. But you always have to leave one path open. And the alien commander will yell at you if you don't. So, kind of counterproductive. Kind of wish they would have done something different, but that's okay. So that's one little detractor. But basically, gameplay-wise, the goal is to defeat the humans using your spaceship. That's where you're going to do most of your damage is your spaceship. But the towers do help. Now, I like the upgrade system in this game. Basically, as you go through the missions, each mission you can select and do different things. And you can upgrade the turrets as well and things. But for the most part, it is very simplistic and limited on that. So, just keep that in mind. The cons of this game. First off, it has limited tower upgrade abilities and limited towers. I think they could have been a little bit more creative with this. I wish they would have been. So it's a con. This game can be difficult at times. And you don't have a lot to fight back with, especially at the start. I got killed in the tutorial once, and I was like, oh my gosh, these enemies are just destroying me. But all in all, that's not a huge con. The difficulty is not a huge con. Now the other con is this thing has got some long loading times, and this is always one of those things with me. I don't like to grade a game down based on just long loading times, because let's be honest here, there's been some great games out there with extremely long loading times. Think of some of the, those Grand Theft Autos, those old Grand Theft Autos that everybody loved. They had some long loading times. Think about the old games. And they had long loading times. So this isn't something that I like to really point out and say, oh, long loading times, slash the score. It's not something I like to do. But we are in a modern generation with shorter loading times, so it's something that you need to keep in mind. Some people hate it. I can be lenient with it if the game is great. If the game isn't great and it's got long loading times too, But if it's a good game, long loading times don't bother me as much. So with all this in mind, what the heck is this game gonna get on our Mumbles review? Without a doubt, this game gets a 7 out of 10. It's a very unique game. It's not really a tower builder, it's more of a 2D shoot, well, top-down shooter, and it's a fun little game. I definitely recommend that you check it out. But just know that tower building is limited in it, but it's still a lot of fun. So definitely check it out, 7 out of 10. And yeah, guys, this has been another episode of Mumbles. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit all those buttons. I fooled you there. I thought you thought I was going to say slap. I didn't. I said hit. Anyways, guys, this is Mumble signing off. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.